Hi, it's Yami from Reebok CrossFit Thames.
And I'm Annie Thorstadter from Reebok CrossFit Reykjavik.
We're going to have a look at a little bit of upper back mobility, both for the rack position and overhead position. So Annie's going to start with just these double lacrosse balls, and if you turn around, she's going to position the balls from the base of her thoracic spine all the way to the top, okay? You don't want to really go in this lower back area. It's not going to be beneficial for what we're trying to achieve today. So go ahead, Annie. She makes sure to position the ball so that there's one on either side of the spine, and the crease in the middle is going to be where her spine actually runs. She's going to give herself a big hug, reaching around her back, getting all the tissues tight. She's going to lift her back up, bring her chin to her chest, lift her hips up a little bit, and she can just warm up by rolling all the way down, all the way up. Okay, you might get a couple cracks and pops at this point. That's absolutely normal. She's going to relax when she finds a spot, so she should be somewhere towards the base of her spine now as she starts, but she can start at the top as well. She's going to bring her chin to her chest, lean forward, and now keeping the chin on her chest, she's going to lean over the balls, keeping her chin on her chest, leans over the balls, and goes back and forth. She can also bring her hands to her hips, thumbs interlaced. She can bring the hands to her overhead position from there. Going all the way down. Good. She has 12 thoracic vertebrae, so she can do this in 12 different positions. If she does 3 repetitions each time, there's 36 repetitions, and she'll be done. If this is not sufficient for you, you can always load a sandbag on your chest or hold a plate over your chest as you do this if you need to make it stronger, but for most people this is probably going to be sufficient. Okay, so let's get rid of the balls. Variation on a theme, you can use a foam roller. Same thing, you use the same area of your back. If you have a friend, you can set this up with a barbell. So Annie's going to reach her arms overhead. I'm going to give her the barbell and make sure that she's got a good active shoulder position as she's in here. She's got her midline is nice and tight, body squeezed, belly is tight. Just take the bar. She's going to hold the bar overhead. She's going to reach up, and she can roll slightly on the foam roller as she's here to mobilize her back. It's important that she doesn't break her back position here, so just shows what it would look like. You don't want to be in this position. You want to stay nice and engaged throughout the mobilization. Good, and come off. So again, 1 to 2 minutes is what you want to spend in here. The next one, we're going to show a couple kind of active dynamic exercises. Annie's going to start on all fours. She's going to make sure that her wrist is underneath her shoulder, her knee is underneath her hip. She's going to bring, on either side, she's going to bring her hand behind her neck. And with her eyes, she's going to follow her elbow as the elbow goes down, and as it comes all the way up, as high as she can go. Annie can do about 10 to 20 repetitions on either side, depending on how much time she wants to spend in here. And then she would obviously repeat that on the opposite side. From there, Annie can just kind of sit down, just kneeling position, and she's going to interlace her fingers like this behind her neck. Okay, that's going to put a little bit more emphasis on the upper back. And from that position, Annie can just flex and extend in that neutral position. Or she can side bend and now do the same thing. Changes the emphasis a little bit. Or she can just simply rotate slightly and now do the flexion extension. Or she could do any one of these separately, so she could just rotate side to side, or she could side bend side to side by herself. And again, just spend a couple minutes on these variations on the theme.